Hey, welcome back to the channel. Have we got a match for you tonight? Week 3 of the group stage could not be finishing off with more excitement and two better showmen and players in this game. It is the finals of Group E. Karate Mike versus Simula, both 2-0, both been phenomenally performing throughout this thing, going on a Friday night. And I've got the scoreboard up there for you so you can see what exactly is at stake, where we are at right now in this. They're both 2-0. They have both secured advancement into the knockout stage of this tournament. That is secure for both of them. I've checked the math. We've made some math mistakes before. In this one, it is clear. It's obvious. They're 2-0. Amanda and Sire were 0-2. They did have their match earlier this week. They put on a great show. I do highly recommend checking it out. Now, the winner of this obviously wins the group. This is Group E. Looks like they're getting set up, so I feel comfortable kind of taking some time and showing you this. I'm going to take a look and show you where the bracket's at. So they're going to win Group E, as we've said. Now, let's get the most updated bracket for you. Bringing that up and see why this is such a big deal. In Group E, the winner. We don't know who's going to win Group F right now. It looks like it's going to be Legacy, right? But 2 in Group E would go against Legacy should he win Group F. So this is really, really big. Obviously, every player in here is excellent, is phenomenal, is amazing. I don't know if Legacy is who you really want to be seeing, though, in your first round matchup. It looks like they're getting started. The invitations have gone out. I will eventually be joined on call by a couple other people. But I'm happy to be here with you this evening on a Friday night. Bro Moment, what is up? Thank you so much for being here. Jason Jabari, Gaming J. Will, how you doing? Mr. King, LC Music Tracks, PWF, Jack Olmos, and Slayer of Gods. I didn't know we're allowed to fight ourselves. You know, if that's what the bracket says, you just got to do what you got to do. You know, no one questions the bracket. No one should be questioning the bracket. It looks like the stream, yeah, it looks like they're pretty much lined up. So I don't think we need to, maybe we'll pause Sims just for like a second. I think we're back on. Emulate, what's up, buddy? Are you going to be joining me on call? Let me know if you will. Jorge, how you doing, my friend? OG Highline, happy Good Friday, everybody. You got that right, man. This felt like it was a long week. I'm not sure how and or why this week in particular felt so long. But man, did it really. Get your popcorn ready. I know. I'm expecting a full 5 out of these two. I'm expecting a full 5. They've both been playing exceptionally well. They're both excellent entertainers. I hope you can see Mike. Mike's obviously having a good time in there. And then look at Simula. And I know everyone here has got to be familiar with Mike's channel. If you're not, you're missing out. But I can say the exact same thing about Simula. It's just, I don't think as many eyes are on Simula. So make sure you go and support these two creators. They're both awesome. They're fantastic. They know this game exceptionally, absurdly well. They both have excellent editing skills, great entertainers. Could not say more nice things about them and be telling you the absolute truth. Both of their channels are linked in the description, and they are also both linked in the chat and in the pinned comment. Go check them out. Go support them. Go tell them, hey, thanks for putting on a great show. Wait, so you don't see me in the call, bud? Check the stream room. Let me know if you see stream room in the voice channels. If you don't, let me know again here. Maybe you should have the role. You should have the role. I'd be surprised if you don't. And Yusafa, yeah, if you want to hop on, why don't you hop on too? Let me, everyone, you can see both of these things. Let me make sure these two gentlemen have the right. Okay, you guys just don't have the correct roles. I will jump into a different stream room. Bryce and Yusafa, I would love to have both of you on. 2 is usually our max, what we like to stick with. If you can jump into the Vega Battlegrounds voice channel there, that'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. And Bryce, I think I see you now. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Phenomenally, man. This is a great way for me to spend my Friday evening. I'm pumped up on this.
Oh, for sure. This is going to be an amazing match.
Yeah. They've both been playing exceptionally well, too. All right,
looks
so
like we just got Yusafa here too.
Awesome, buddy. Yeah. Yusafa. So we have 2 contestants on the call with us tonight who have both secured their tickets into the knockout stage. That's just so you're aware of the type of talent and skill we got on the call with us tonight. How are you? How are you doing, Yusafa?
I'm doing great, doing great. Hey, Bryce, I don't know if I told you, but that was a fantastic match you had last night. So great job.
Thanks. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it.
All right, so what are we seeing here? We're seeing it looks like Mike will be picking his defender first. He goes with Toad. I see so many people still to this day forgetting that you can't poison Toad. I don't know if that's going to be an issue for Simula. I highly doubt it. It doesn't look like he's got any poison champions anyway, but I think he would know that. I'm curious to see. I think he's probably going to go with the Mega Penny Parker. He went with Penny Parker. I wonder why he's saving a Mega Sentinel for. Both you two may have a theory on that.
Well, I got to tell you that, I mean, Toad, yeah, it trips me up quite a bit thinking that he's poison immune. So he's definitely not an Archangel target.
And actually, I was wrong. This is the dual screen. The way I have it set up, it confuses me. He picked Penny for his defender. So thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm going to eventually. In fact, I got an email from someone today, and I really appreciate it. With them trying to comment on it might be better to have the two screens side by side. The concern for me is that then they're going to get so small, and I don't know if people will be able to see them very well.
So this is an interesting match. Both of them are using Hulkling. I've got to say, in Bulwark, I'm probably going to give Karate Mike the edge on this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Toad does have that chance to stun either way, being poison immune, which could catch him off guard. But I know that Hulkling is going to be quick in both of these matchups.
What I'm curious to see is if Mike did he triggered the indestructible off just the basic SB2. He wasn't even unblockable. I was curious to see if any of them would intentionally trigger the node of explosive personality. It looks like they're both choosing to avoid that. Mike has got to be careful, though. He accidentally triggered it there.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And then Sim meets the special. So Mike will obviously take this game, game one of this round.
Bad luck for Simula. I wonder if he was just getting impatient.
Slayer, you know what? I want to do that too. I just don't know how. I'm actually a little annoyed because I would love for everyone to be able to see all of Mike's beautiful face as well. But I'm not sure how to do it.
So I'm going to guess that Simula is going to do, Omega Sentinel. Yeah, that's a good play.
That's a smart play.
Yeah. And then I would say maybe Rentra on Mike's side.
I think if I was in Mike's position, I would have used Rentra for that Omega Sentinel.
Okay. So Bishop, let's see, who's he going to use? Yeah, I think Torch is his only option, unfortunately.
That's a rough fight.
Yeah, it is.
And I think we're about to see the power of the cow and the neutralize taking out this Mega Sentinel. I've used this matchup quite a bit myself. And Rentra's almost basically just able to play a normal Rentra style because the neutralize will keep those armor ups at bay for you.
Okay, good. Neutralize is up. Yeah, I'm excited. I took Rentra to R4 today, so I'm excited to start using them.
Awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, Simula is not going to do well against Bishop here. All of his attacks being energy damage is just going to feed into the prowess over at Bishop, so it's just not going to be a good fight.
Yeah, that on top of the massive energy resistance he had, no matter how high Torch's damage can get, it's such a massive mitigation.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like Mike is going to win this round clearly.
Yeah. He played that perfectly.
PWF, me with another R4, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get Mike's face in there, Bruno, and I just am not able to get Mike's face and the health bars. And as much as I know, we all want to see Mike.
So
I know everyone wants to see his health bars as well.
Bryce, do you think there was a better option than Torch, or was he just kind of just mandated to use him? I mean, I know he has 3 skills available to him, but what would you have done?
I need to look back and see what he had access to. Let's see. Let me get back to you on that in just a second.
Yep.
All right, so Mike takes the first game, the first round, 0-2. I think that's just round 1. I think round 2 is going to be very, very different. I think we're in for a long one here.
So PWF said he had Kingpin, Misty, Black Widow, Deadly Origins, and Torch. So yeah, so all that was just smart play by Mike, and good drafting. He knew he had no answer to that Bishop.
I think the only one in that set that could have done it is Misty, and even then, that's a tough fight.
And a donation from a supporter extraordinaire, OG Highline. Thank you so much, my friend. We will get that up on the board. I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic weekend.
All right, let's see what kind of bands they got going on.
Looks like Mike's going with Mojo, Nimrod. And Thing.
So that Void does make me a little nervous. I just hate fighting him in Battlegrounds. Do you guys have the same issue?
He especially in this meta, he's been one that I've been all too happy to leave up for people. Yeah. But I think some of that just comes down to like your comfort level. Like I often will ban people's Black Widow Deadly Origins. Well, which I rarely see banned. It's just she annoys me. I also will often ban a Clairvoyant because she often just causes problems for the way I set up my defense. It's really strange. What about you, Bryce?
Void doesn't really, like, with the way that my deck is set up, I've got so many different options for him, and I'm comfortable fighting him. So I don't mind leaving him up because offensively, he's just not quick enough right now. But in terms of like bans, not everybody does that I do. I ban Guardian like all the time.
Yeah.
He's very underrated for this meta, even with how good people already see he is. Like he's better than they think. I promise you.
Yeah, I've still run into a lot of matchups where I think people forget that he can do it. Like it's almost as if they just forgot he was there, both offensively and defensively. In fact, I had a matchup I should have won, but I didn't. And I think part of it was I forgot how good he was.
So I see Simula picked Mephisto. I don't know if I would have done that. I mean, he already has a Mr. Negative and a Piggy. Mike has for as a counter. Whenever I see Negs or Piggy, I mean that's just almost as bad as Torch. So I stay away from picking Mystic Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
I've also noticed, Yusafa, though, having done so many of these watch parties now, you are very comfortable with Spider-Ham. You're very comfortable with him, very good with him. I think better than your typical player. But we're seeing him in both decks now. I hope we get to see him on offense and what he can do. But you truly are incredibly proficient with him.
Speaking of, I haven't seen an Overseer yet, so I wonder if either one of them has him in their deck. Oh, look at that, Electro. I like it.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, Hulkling's a good pick for defense.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
I don't see Mike having a good counter for him.
I think Hitmonkey can do it if you put the Disorient on him, but even then, it's a risky fight.
Yeah, and that Piggy versus Doom fight, that's going to be a long fight, but it can be done.
And O's fans celebrating our 22 months, man, it has flown by. I definitely remember when you signed up for membership. Thank you so much for that. And then now, even further support. Thank you so much, my friend. And happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians out there.
So, I don't know too much about Mr. Negative. Bryce, can Negative do Hulkling?
Man,
Yeah.
you got to play perfectly. It is such a nightmare of a fight. I've tried it, and I mean, I feel like I'm, solidly proficient with Negative. I don't ever want to take that fight again.
And yet, there's part of me that's watching Mike to see if he can pull it off. Because I have similar thoughts on it. If he's going to be able to handle that heal and then get the degen going. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, he also cannot let Hulkling hit him in the block.
Oh, no. See, yeah. Doom.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Doom is such a wild card. If you don't have those perfect dexes, man, you're going to get roasted.
Yep.
And the thing is Mike doesn't know this has happened. So we're still going to see him doing everything he can. Hulkling has gone unblockable now. I'm curious if he does throw the SP2. Let's see how much this does. He has not triggered the indestructible.
He's starting to melt.
Yeah. But I can't imagine anyone playing this better than he's playing it right now. And I think he's still going to end up needing to go to second SP2, which he's making look very easy.
Manny, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, Manny.
Jeez.
He's doing this so well.
Yeah, he's doing honestly way better than I thought was possible. How did he stun Hulkling there when Hulkling went unblockable on that hit?
The triggering hit is when he goes unblockable.
Yeah.
Like immediately after making point of contact.
Afterwards, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He still gets it down. That's incredibly impressive.
Wow, that's a great.
That was a fantastic.
I didn't know. I didn't think that would work, but.
And Max is here. Speaking of people who have punched their ticket into the next round, what is up, Max? Thanks for being here, buddy. And B Manny. More people in the knockout stage. What's up, bud? Joey B82, how you doing? Zach Richards, what's up, buddy? Girlfriend said, no more watching. Have a good night, Zach. Have fun with your girlfriend. All right. Let's see how Simula. Does he have a good option here for this electro?
Yeah. So this is just a damage play. So he's just trying to keep him from finishing at 100%. That's going to be good.
Who would you two use? Would you use the Hit Monkey or the Kingpin for that electro?
I would probably go for the Kingpin. Yeah. Yeah, but that piggy is gonna crush Mephisto. I mean, the edge is definitely on Mike's side here.
I'm not as sure. I think I've taken this exact fight with Kingpin. He heals so much. You get that SP1 going, you reduce the ability accuracy a little bit. Actually, he's taken a lot of damage already. I feel like when I've taken it went a little better than what I'm seeing, and I don't know how else to explain that.
Yeah, Mike's going to finish almost close to 100% here.
Yep.
Great taunt. All right. Yep.
Look at Simula go, though. This is the speed that I was expecting. I think one more SP2 is going to do it for Sim. He's going to heal up. He's going to win the speed on this. He's already got it down. Mike's got it down. Yeah, and now Mike's got to deal with the heal, or the heal already occurred for Mephisto. I think Sim's got this with time. He had enough health. I like seeing him smile. Simula has been one of the most emphatic, I think, players in the tournament. You can see how it's going. He's had some really nice celebrations. It's been really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat my words. So Sim did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Sim.
Yeah, way to go, Sim. So in this round, in round 2, they're actually tied up 1-1. I'll update the board for everybody. So we have a deciding game for round 2. Does anybody know what the meta will be during the knockout stage? We don't, because it'll be in season 2 of Battlegrounds itself. So we don't know that information.
He's got to go Overseer. Well, he's got Hitmonkey, but he's got to use Hulkling for Penny. So yeah, it's going to be an Overseer fight, and then it's going to be a Hitmonkey against Overseer.
I don't know enough about Hitmonkey. Will Hitmonkey be able to get around the auto block of Overseer? It looks like he's going Hercules anyway. Would Hitmonkey have been able to?
No, but I've seen some crazy things with those critical hits from Hitmonkey and the. I think I don't know if I would have gone Hercules. Hercules is probably the best choice. I probably would have done Hitmonkey, but
It looks like his Hercules is a rank 4 too. I wonder if that kind of played into his decision making. And then I'm curious what route Mike goes. If Mike is going to go ahead and trigger the node of explosive personality, or just try to play this out without doing that and throw maybe the SP2 while he's not unblockable.
You know, if I were Mike, I would be thinking, okay, so he's got Overseer. It's going to be a long fight regardless. I probably would just play it straight up and knock down Penny's shielding.
Yeah, it looks like
trying to nuke it.
It looks like that's what he's doing. The issue is if she gets off one auto block, he's going to trigger explosive personality, whether he wants to or not. There it is.
Yeah.
So that's a health loss, and Herc is destroying that Overseer. Herc and Simula as a team. Mike with a nice big special, though. And then she goes, see, that's the thing. She's now indestructible. That node kicks in. Really hurt. I think it really hurt Hulkling this level. Although he wins the time, he is behind on health. This is going to be close. Simula's getting a little bit of healing there because he's got the special concussion debuffs on.
Yep, Simula got it.
Pulls it out. That was very, very close. Very
awesome.
Good word, Hussein. Very intense. And we're tied up at 1 apiece.
So Toffray says Hitmonkey can do if you do medium light or medium light medium in the orange phase.
See, people say that stuff to me, and it's like it just goes in one. It's like they're speaking a language I don't understand. I don't know why, but Hitmonkey's just that way for me. I have tried to learn how to play him, and it just I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work for me.
He's never been my champ either.
Really? But people do amazing things with him, especially in Battlegrounds.
I mean, Nerd has him at rank 4, and anytime we do friendlies, I ban him because I don't want him to have that kind of weapon against me.
Yeah. Like I'll place my Doom, and I'm like, I'm good, and then someone just destroys him with Hitmonkey, and I'm like, I don't know how you did that, but okay.
I wish I could ban Nerd's entire deck. I mean, that's how scared I am of Nerd.
Just ban Nerd, I think is the
right.
Matthew Hill, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. Very close. Yeah, we were saying this. This one's gonna. I think this is going the full 5. I would almost bet on the full 5 with this one. Z super fast. Where's the full bracket? I'll try to bring it up later. We have 2. I think we have 3 groups actually, because Blaze is going at some point. They said they might go to Night. But Blaze has a matchup against Slayer of Gods, which should be amazing. And then Legacy and Spinnaker 3 need to go. So we still have 3 groups that aren't fully decided, but we'll show the full bracket after this matchup, at least what we have of it. Marcus, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here.
You know, I just realized that I think I should probably hold my tongue for a lot of these fights because I don't want to. There is a possibility that I could be facing Bryce in the next round. So I'm going to.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't want to say anything, but that was Bryce's plan all along. He actually about 45 minutes ago said, "Do you think you could get Yusafa on call?"
This is all part of my genius plan.
Yeah,
there you go. Both of them have a tort. Great.
Okay, so Slayer of Gods is going with Blaze in 2 hours. I will be well into dinner with my family at that point. But make sure you subscribe. Click on this channel if you can. I don't know if you can do that through YouTube. Slayer of Gods, if you don't know that channel, you should. Do yourself a favor. Go subscribe. Subscribe to him and Blaze. Watch that amazing, amazing show they're going to put on, too. Everyone in this tournament's fantastic.
So Simula picked Penny with Mike's Hercules, R4 Hercules available. Okay.
That's still a risky fight. Penny is going to do Penny things, no matter who you end up using against her.
Well, he had a choice to pick up Cersei. I wonder why he didn't choose that. Cersei is always a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're speaking to like the original Cersei fan and like Guru there and Bryce. Bryce was like the first person I knew with this rank 4 Cersei.
Yep.
I mean, I can handle Cersei, no problem, Bryce. So,
Oh, good. Hey, do me a favor and place your bishop on defense. I want to show you something cool.
all right.
This is awesome. I didn't realize you two were probably facing off against each other.
Yeah. I actually didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
I hadn't gotten a chance to look at the leaderboards yet.
It's like a nice promo for round for the knockout stage. Infamous. Again, all of the amazing competitors from this tournament. Another fantastic channel. Mr. King,
It's good to have you here, buddy.
Yeah, I think I said hello to Mr. King, but if I didn't, it's a second hello. How you doing, bud? Did Bryce beat me to the R4? Actually, I don't know PWF.
Oh, for sure.
I think he did. It was really early on. Yusafa, you've received a direct question there in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
If you're open to answer.
So, Yusafa, does that stand for the U.S. Air Force Academy? And absolutely it does. That's my alma mater. So I got my my bachelor's degree from the academy.
I was wondering. Now that doesn't make sense because Penny really can't work for Apocalypse, right? Because will he go incinerate immune before? Like she can't take him out, not the way you would want to, anyway. So he plays Penny on defense, just like Bryce was saying. Penny still does Penny things.
Oh, okay, he chose Hulkling. Okay.
Okay.
And let's see, who would I pick? I would pick Kingpin. Yep.
Yeah,
Kingpin.
I definitely would. Yeah, Kingpin versus Apocalypse is an interesting matchup for both sides. Because, of course, Apocalypse handles Kingpin very well when Kingpin is a defender. But the way Kingpin's skin works means that he just goes off the rails against Apocalypse when you're attacking him.
Yeah, I feel like we used to see this matchup in High Tier War when Apocalypse would be the boss. You'd see people taking him out with Kingpin.
Yeah, it gets really interesting the more debuffs you end up getting on yourself, and that's why I generally go for the Special 2 rotation. Also, that L2 dex was ridiculous.
That's what I was just going to say. I hope people saw that SP2 dex. That was outrageous.
That was insane.
Yeah. So it looks like Mike triggered the shield, so yeah.
But in having used my Hulkling a lot, and he's going to finish it off. I found that was the most efficient way to go at Penny was to accept that I was going to trigger the node and go ahead and even throw that SP2 with unblockable and then just use that unblockable to beat her down afterwards with the bigger Furies, because you're going to have the 2 Furies, and you just accept that you're going to take a loss on the health, but hopefully finish faster. Let's see if it pays off. Another perfect SP2 dex. Unbelievable.
God, it's so impressive. I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't. I block all of them. And he comes away with the win, probably because of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so close on the points.
Yeah, I mean, that's without that dex, right? He's taking those on the hit, on the block, probably loses a life or health, and doesn't win. That's incredibly impressive.
Hey Joey, awesome man! Thank you for your service, man. It's always great to meet another service member out there.
Oh, Joey also went to the academy.
He's Navy.
Oh,
yeah, he's Navy.
Awesome! Yeah, thank you for your service.
All right, now we get to see how Mike gets to handle APOC.
The battle of the beanies here, the bearded beanies. This is incredible.
So Bryce, who's he going to choose for his APOC? Are you thinking Torch?
Oh, I'd probably go Herc. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I think I would go Herc here. Because going into that third stage, you want to have Torch available for Rentra.
And Warlock against Bishop. That's a good fight.
Mm-hmm. His Warlock is unduped, so he's not going to have the extra degen damage, so it'll be a little bit slower, but it won't be too noticeable.
And you see the absolutely beautiful intercept train that Mike just had? Got 7 feats of strength off of that. Exceptionally well played. Did Apocalypse just dex out of that special?
Yeah, he did.
It looks like it just whiffed.
But the first hit should have landed, and then... And
there's some weird hitbox things in this game sometimes, and I think that was just one of them.
Yeah. Okay. Mike continues playing as if it didn't happen, so great concentration on his part.
Oh, yeah.
Bishop did get off an SP1, it looks like, so Simula's got a little bit of Incinerate on him, taking a little bit more damage than I think he probably wanted.
Mike takes the SP2 to the block.
Yeah.
Close it out here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sim needs part of the special too.
And round 3 is also 1-1 going to the final game.
Selfishly, I want 5 rounds out of this.
Oh, I totally do too. I hope we're 1-1 in round 5. Like, I am almost wanting to be as like the person putting this on spec. Hey guys, sorry, we're going best of 7. Is that a Sig 200 hurt?
Game here is going to be 2-1, or every single one is going to be 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think so. Is that a Sig 200 hurt? Yeah, I think my Herc was one of Mike's first. Herc was one of Mike's first rank 4s, if I remember correctly, and I think he took him to Sig 200.
Okay, so I bet we're going to see Rentra here. Or maybe a Doom. Yeah, no. Oh, geez, they both have Torch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You can see it caught Mike off guard.
Yeah. So it's going to be a torch there.
It's a smart...
Then he's going to use Toad. Wow, okay. All right, Sim, let's see what you got. Oh, nope, he switched it.
What a strange round we have here. Do you think that Mike is gonna still melt that other torch? I can't remember how they interact against each other.
No, the Nova Flame, he'll melt him. I think this was a bit of a chess match where Sim made a smart play and then Mike, did a checkmate type situation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. Because the energy damage from the torch on defense is feeding the smolders and temperature of Mike's.
Makes sense. I forgot that he wouldn't get Novas placed on him.
Yeah, and it reminds me of I think it was Legacy who did that video in Torch pretty early on in Torch being in the game, and was like, he's not immune to his own debuff or his own passive. Like, it was a pretty good video. It's pretty funny. Oh, apparently on his own stream, Sim said he jumped the gun, thought Mike was going to play someone differently. So, okay. Yeah, it happens, man. This happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, blah. I think it sounds like it was probably just a mistake. Also, like, you know, I'm sure all of us here, if we're watching, have played Battlegrounds. There's just so many interactions, complex and nuanced things to know and think through, and defense and strategy. I myself competed in this. In the 2 matchups I lost, I had multiple times just strategy mistakes from not thinking something through quickly enough.
Yeah, and then, you know, I've seen in my 2 losses, I just got wrapped around the axle of mistakes I had made in the previous round.
Yeah.
And it just compounded and impacted my ability to play in subsequent rounds. So I wonder if that's kind of what happened to Simula here.
We'll see.
Yep. All right, so Mike is 2-1 now.
You know, I was talking before they started their match. I was kind of showing the bracket and talking about why winning this fight or this match was such a big deal to be able to win their group, and probably for all intents and purposes, it's not done yet, but avoid facing Legacy in round 1. Having watched all of Simula's and Mike's matchups, though, I think Legacy's got to be like, I don't want to face either of them in round 1.
You know, that's an interesting strategy, right? I mean, yeah, if you know that you're going to be facing Legacy, the winner's going to be facing Lags, then...
Oh, no. I mean, the loser of this will probably face Lags.
Oh, the loser, right?
Yeah. So now I'm wondering, though, if Legacy's like, can they both win? Is that possible?
You know, I love watching Sims streams. Like, I mean, absolutely fabulous. I love his series of itemless runs through event quests and chapter quests. I always find that amazing. I loved it when Brian did it, but Sim does it, you know, all the time too, and it just shows that much. You know, I like to speed through the quest as fast as possible to get my rewards as fast as possible to rank up champs.
Yes,
but the discipline that Sim has to do that, you know, month after month is just amazing, and I really commend him for it.
I think you're seeing it too. Like, that's been another big takeaway for me with this tournament is, you know, War has been the epitome for me, the apex of competitive play, and I'll still block specials all the time. So I'm like, well, I can just heal up. It's fine. I just want to live through the fight. But in Battlegrounds, and we've seen it with Simula, like these incredible dexes, it helped him win at least one for sure. And I think you're seeing why he's able to do it is because that's how he plays the game. You know, he's trying to do these itemless runs and just really, I mean, that level of play is phenomenal.
And we did see Mike switch up those bands.
Yep.
Ban that penny finally.
I think there's just only so many times.
Other way around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. No, wait.
My bad. Mike did ban penny.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing looking at the 2 screens, right? I actually called a wrong victor like 2 days ago. I felt pretty badly about it. Yeah.
Hey, Scorpion takes his first time on the board.
Yeah, we haven't seen enough Scorpion. I think that's been if there's been any flaw in this stream, it's that there has not been enough Scorpion. PWF is on the team always ban penny. Unless you've
During this meta, I don't blame you.
Yeah, unless you have a gallon. Yeah.
Gallon.
Oh, so with Scorpion on defense, is he default? What's his default immunity?
Shock and rupture.
Shock and rupture, yeah. Okay. Default poison placement.
So he can still be AA then?
Correct.
Yes. Scorpion is in fact good. I took him to rank 4 and took him to War, and then I definitively found out, yes, he is in fact very, very good. That joke goes back to like stream 1 of this tournament. Buddy, what's up, buddy? Blocking specialist for the week. Hey, you know, some of us got to do it, my friend. Some of us got to do it. All right, let's see. So this is actually Sim's draft. Let's see if he takes the cow. He's got to take the cow. Yeah. I'm gonna pause Mike's stream just for a minute. Sims fell behind just by like 3 or 4 seconds. All right. So Sim is in the must-win situation here now, going into the 4th round.
I've got to say, I like Sim's draft better than Mike's.
I do too, but mainly because his champions I'm more familiar with using than Mike's. Like the negative, I understand how powerful negative is. I'm not great with him. Crossbones, I understand how awesome he is. Mike is good with him. I am not.
Oh, who's he going to pick? I'd pick Kingpin, yeah.
See, I would have gone Hit Monkey there. Even though I don't know how to use Hit Monkey, I can usually take out Thing with him. I'm wondering why he's kept... I wonder why he... I'm curious as to the why on that. Because Kingpin can serve a defensive purpose, where for the most part, Hit Monkey really can't because of that small health pool. Yeah, Joey, I'm similarly curious on this thing, but I am not going to question either of these guys because of just how phenomenally they've played the whole thing. I'm going to right now assume they know something I don't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Sim almost sent Thing unstoppable there, but the ability accuracy reduction kicked in, helped him out with the rock stacks. This is another reason why I don't like this fight, is especially if you go with the SP1, that degeneration does affect ability accuracy. I believe it's all defensive. And then for me, it makes it a lot harder to count the rock stacks when I can't know for certain that they're going to land. So this is kind of the trouble spot that I worry about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got backed up against the wall.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Archangel's making pretty fast. I mean, this is about as fast as you can fight a Rintra, I think. This is still turning out fast. Rintra's gone passive. Caught Mike with a little medium light there because of that being passive. All of the neuros are off. This is not over, especially as Kingpin with the healing that we've talked about, pretty much at full health bar.
Oh, yeah. Fortunately, Sim's at SP3 now, and he's not going to be throwing that.
No.
He should here in just a second. It'll end the fight.
If he knew what was going on, he would. But there's no way he can know.
If he'd thrown it right then, he would have gotten it. But he still won the round.
He still takes it.
He still got it. That was crazy close. So
awesome.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Good job, Sim. Yeah, I do think.
Fight, dude.
I think Vega. I think you're right. I think just Rintra was not cooperating. Being too passive.
Yeah, he just went passive. He just went passive there, and that allowed one. It made it so Mike took a hit. Right when they instead of doing the medium, they do that medium light. The light catches you or something like that when you thought you were baiting, and then him going passive also made it so that Mike couldn't keep up those neuros and those debuffs like he really needs to. I mean, that's going to happen. They've both faced passive AIs at some point.
All right, so we got Toad. So Toad, who's he going to use for Toad? Let's see.
Mike looks genuinely. This is one of the longest I've ever seen Mike take to pick who he's going to use. Yeah, I think he was genuinely uncertain there. This is an interesting matchup on both sides.
No, Joey, I hate using bleed champs against Thing. I hate it.
I do too.
Yeah, it's just can't keep track of the rock stacks. Just can't do it.
You know what though? I feel very similar to Joey though. Hitmonkey somehow does keep, like, you almost just don't need to worry about it. It's very different. Try it a couple of times.
So Bryce, for my new favorite champ against Thing is Black Cat. Freaking love it. She's
I've seen it in action. It's insane.
Yeah.
Actually, in my match yesterday against Infamous, he used Black Cat against Nick Fury, which is not one that I'd thought of before, and he absolutely melted him.
Yeah.
Look at this. Mike was able to stack up 19 of the, I can't think of the dark energy. The melt is now occurring, but Simula with a very fast closer on that toad. I think Simula's going to take this one for sure.
Yeah, that was a great play.
And it's going to go the full 5 like we thought it might. And like we were all cheering for. And look at this. I mean, it's like a perfect matchup. They each have a 2-0 round win, and they each have a 2-1 round win. Like it's. I wish they were playing a best of 21 right now.
Bryce is getting his wish for the fifth match.
Oh yeah. Well, these two guys are so talented. These are two of the best players I've ever seen in this game. Back before I did, any of the YouTube stuff, I would watch both of them. They're so skilled. So seeing them go head to head against each other is just fantastic.
Absolutely. Oh man, it all comes down to this: the final round to decide. This is
Mike when not on call with opponent undefeated. Mike on call struggles.
Still wins. Is he on call with Simula right now?
I don't know.
I would be getting off call, even if I had agreed. Here they go.
So Vega, have you seen many opponents take 3 minutes between rounds?
Very rare, and I don't think anyone has actually taken the full 3 minutes. We've seen, like, I know after I had the black screen, I took probably what felt like 30 seconds. Maybe it was a little longer, a little more. I think Jay Will took a little bit of a break once, and he actually made some deck adjustments, and it paid off for him. He did a really nice job there. But
Infamous did the same against me yesterday.
That's right. That did happen. Yeah.
So I keep on seeing Sim ban Night Monkey. Is there a reason for that? I don't know if. I'm assuming. I've never used him.
He's insane in Battlegrounds. He is one of the quickest nukes you can have in your deck.
And yet somehow doesn't trigger explosive personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the cruelty and the fury together, and so it's not the specials, it's just the basic hits.
Yeah, so his basics do so much so quick because you have that extremely potent precision and then the fury, which you can upkeep forever. And if it's in a matchup where you don't need the utility from the slow or anything, you can just throw on the fragility debuff and just absolutely nuke down opponents. Yeah,
like you saw, I'm generally, especially because I have Scorpion anyway, I'm considering taking my my stealthy to rank 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, Buddy Lee knows Hitmonkey exceptionally well. He's actually put out a couple of really good videos on him. Like, I've watched them both. Like, I think he's done 2 or 3. He even did one with like a synergy and like hidden utility in the SP1. And I'll watch them and I'm like, this all makes really good sense. And then I'll try it myself and I can't do it. But he's just saying, the bleeds really do control the rock stacks. And that's been my experience as well. My poor dog. That's my dog making those noises. My family's come home. She wants to be with them. All right. Here we go. Oh, and we're going to see Misty Knight potentially for the first time. The ability to be unblockable with guaranteed crits and just keep it going. And we're seeing Ultron for the first time here.
Yeah. He's not going to use Ultron on defense, is he? I mean, what is he going to use Ultron for?
Maybe as an option for Apocalypse.
Yeah, was that a draft of Sims? It's just at the bottom, can't see it.
So Mike picked up. He has Apocalypse and
Yeah, there's Sim did have he had like a hidden apocalypse. Yeah. He had an apocalypse in the pocket. A pocket apocalypse. I find that joke funny. I'm just going to keep making it until someone laughs. All right. All right, so we've got Toad as the first defender. Looks like Mike is going to go with Thing.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that Archangel is for Omega Sentinel.
Yeah. Or I guess in Kingpin, like a break glass in case of emergency scenario.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay.
I like Simula's into this matchup a lot, but I never bet against Mike and Hercules as a team. That's a duo you just don't bet against. Thank you, Hussein, for thinking that joke was worth laughing at. And Mr. King did too. Thank you. All right, so a Simula, for those who aren't too familiar with the Mega Sentinel, he did something really smart, and PWF's the one who really first pointed it out to me, was to go ahead and start with the heal block up, because, you know, you're fighting someone who's placed probably with willpower, and if you place the other debuffs, they're going to be triggering it. This way, at least you're blocking that out. And you're about to see her damage. Her damage is great. I think he'll go in. He got stuck. I know what was happening with Sim there. I think he was trying to figure out if he should go in and try to refresh with the lights, or if he should change with his heavy. It looks like it's still going to work out okay with him, but he did have a health loss there. That's what Omega Sentinel can do.
Yeah, he's definitely got
quite a fight.
Yeah.
And Thing has now gone passive. This is the last thing Mike was hoping for. Yeah, I mean, Mike is playing this beautifully. Very little, if no health loss at all there. It looks like, well, now he gets hit. It looks like I jinxed him a little bit. But I think that's just Simula playing very well, and the power to make a Sentinel against these mutants.
Still a very nice fight from Mike there.
Absolutely. And here we are.
Yep. So Mike has to fight. Yep.
They're tied up at 2 rounds apiece. We play best of 5. Whoever wins this 5th round wins.
I'd go. Oh, I would not.
Okay.
I would have picked that one. Okay.
I mean, the thing is like, do either of you really know how to fight Misty? Actually, I have a feeling Bryce might. But do you know how to fight Misty?
I do. You usually don't want to parry her.
Really? Okay. Yeah. All right.
But you also don't really want to dex her. So it's a fun...
Right.
It's a really fun thing.
You don't want to parry or dex her.
This is a defender. You don't want to parry or dex. Are you allowed to hit her? Is that okay?
Sometimes. If she doesn't have charges.
Great.
So
I would imagine
interesting.
I would imagine Archangel's great for the fight, though.
It depends on RNG for the first couple heavies that you land. Because if you parry her 2 or 3 times, she goes unblockable. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mike does if he's going to parry her. Yep, he does.
Because this Hit Monkey should smoke Spider-Ham too, right?
Yeah.
And based on what Toffrey just said, Misty obviously purifies debuffs too, so that's not helping Archangel's case either. Although Mike gets some nice RNG, finally gets those neuros up. This is going to come down to the wire. Hitmonkey's doing Hitmonkey things up there, though. Mike throws off the special. Misty is starting to melt. Mike's letting the neuros do their thing, probably waiting for the stun. Looks like he's playing the patient game. They end at the exact same time.
Oh, Mike. Awesome.
Wow.
That was fantastic.
Ice water running through the veins of Karate Mike to wait out those neuros and let them do their thing.
Yeah, good
That
man.
was incredible.
Holy cow. You cannot get closer than that. And here we are.
Wow. the last one right here.
Yeah, we said this would go down to the wire, and this is it.
They're both going to pick APOC. I guarantee it.
Are they going with
I think Sim should place Ham.
It's the apocalypse. We called it.
It's going to be APOC. Oh man, this is so exciting.
And there's that Ultron that he banked in his pocket.
Yep.
The pocket Ultron.
Oh,
Mr. King, thank you for getting the humor and laughing with me. And then we're going to see Kingpin again, do you think?
I would.
Yeah, I don't see there's much option here.
We already saw Simula pull that off perfectly. He knows the decks. It looks like he went for probably what he's thinking is a faster option, right? Because Ultron is one of my favorite mutant killers because he's going to place the plasma, right? It's a plasma, I believe, that he places on mutants. That's a
degen.
A degen, thank you, not a bleed.
You will have to be careful with Ultron to not trigger Bulwark. After the special 2, you do have a chance of triggering it, but it's going to be a really quick melt regardless.
All right, so we got the taunt. Sim places the taunt. Let's see. All right.
You know, also is going to start to kick in if he relies on that auto evade enough. Ultron's anti-evade mechanic might start screwing around with him a little bit. I'm curious to see if that comes into play.
Ultron's functions cannot be reduced by ability accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about APOC and Spider-Ham.
Oh, okay.
Another SB2 Dex. Man, Sim is really good with that. Great.
Neck and neck.
Yeah. I think the problem Sim's having up there is he's not able to keep the porker poppers up. You really need to keep your spider nonsense high, which means you need to be landing some heavies. And I think Ultron's specials are just creating too much space. He can't punish them with heavies and keep up his spider nonsense. He's doing plenty of damage, though.
It's still neck and neck, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still so close.
It's so close.
And their health bars are almost symmetrical, right?
Yeah. Everything here is symmetrical.
All right, so now Mike's got bait out that special 2.
I would go for that special 1. Oof.
My gosh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I can't call a winner.
Mike just.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
That was beautiful.
Oh my God!
Beautiful. Oh man.
99-point differential.
Oh my God. Oh, those porker poppers popped just at the right time. Oh, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I was watching both screens, and so I missed some things. Did Simula evade Dex all of APOC specials?
Yeah, it was amazing.
And there it is. I mean, it already came up once. That got him a game and won him a round earlier, and I think it just won him this one too.
Wow, that was amazing.
That was incredible.
Absolutely. Oh, Legacy's in trouble. That's all I'm going to say. Wow.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Wow. Oh, I'm so glad I ranked up my Spider-Ham. I'm so glad. Oh, my God.
What a phenomenal... if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed to both of these gentlemen, please go support them. The phenomenal showing, the knowledge, the skill, the show. They put on a show.
And Vega, you know, I'm gonna say it again. I do think the reason why Sim is so amazing at this game, both of them are so amazing. I mean, I'm big fans of them for so long, but I think the reason why Sim is so amazing at this game is because he doesn't think like you and I do.
Yeah,
he's like, any damage whatsoever is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has just learned and trained himself how to dex every single special of every single champ. And he finishes all these fights at like 98, 99% health. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Epic matchup. GG's to both of them. It looks like Simula's in the chat. If they're on stream together, I could see them not really wanting to come over here for the post-match interview.
Sim said Mike already hung up.
Okay. And yeah, their channels are linked in both the description of this stream and also in the chat. The pinned comment in the chat. I'm sure you're subscribed to both of them, but if you're not, go subscribe. Go subscribe. They're amazing. Let me pull up the bracket here. Yeah.
Let's check it out.
This was group F, right? Or this was group E?
Group E.
This is group E.
So we can say...
Oh, gosh. Oh, no.
You guys can't see my cursor here, can you? I don't think that's coming through on the stream. All right. Well, hopefully you can see where 1E is. I hate covering up Sim because he puts on such a good show. But you can see where 1E will be. So that is where Simula will be. And then 2E, you see that right up in the upper portion. Legacy does appear to be on track to win Group F, which would set up a Legacy versus Karate Mike round 1.
So it looks like I've got Sim.
All right.
Yeah, let Sim know. I'd love to have him on call. I know he's on the East Coast, though, so for him it's 9:30. So I understand if he can't make it. Same with, obviously, with Michael.
Yeah, Sim wants on.
Okay, I'd love to have him on.
Awesome.
Hello.
Simula.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Amazing, Sim. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You
That
impress
was incredible to watch.
us all more and more each week. Early in the stream, I think it was your Kingpin versus Apocalypse match. We all commented on he is perfectly dexing Apocalypse specials too. This may come to play later, and you won that matchup by the smallest of margins. I think if you take those blocked hits, you don't win. And then again,
that was really close.
Yeah, and then in your final one here too, what is that a credit to? I mean, is it just we're so all impressed. Go ahead and just talk about how amazing you are for a few seconds.
I will not do that. I find it very difficult to talk about myself in general. But as far as it's just, I don't know. I guess, and I don't I could say arena, but I don't really like playing arena or play a lot of it. So yeah. I don't really know what it's from. It's just repetition, I guess.
All right. Well, very humble, and we all feel is definitely an earned skill. So well done, and way to pull it out in the toughest, most stressful moments, I would think. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty happy. I mean, it's hard to feel anything but being proud of myself for going slaughtering or slaying all of the 4 Loki Goliaths.
Yes,
in my group. So
you absolutely did. I'm glad we didn't make some sort of bet where we now need to change the name of the alliance to owned by Simula, because
or Sim, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't have taken that bet before group play, to be honest, though.
For Sim, yeah. So if you're willing to talk about that, how has your mindset, if at all, changed, or your outlook or your perspective, starting with just seeing your group all the way to now, where you actually win the whole group?
Yeah, yeah. When I saw the group selection, I was not nervous, but I knew that if I had any chance at all, it was going to be a very difficult set of fights, and it absolutely was. I definitely did not expect this outcome. I probably prior to the group round, I was if I can win one match, I would be happy.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Vega, just whenever you get a chance, just PayPal me that 400 whenever for blowing the match to Sim, and we'll be straight. And yeah, just make sure you move an AQ as well, and we're sure we're good.
Hey, Mike and Sim, we were talking about it during the stream. So Vega was bringing it up. So knowing that the person who lost this match would have to face Legacy, did that play into your minds at all before you met each other?
A little bit. Me and Lags played friendly the other night, and I won 2-0, so that's why I blew the match. No, not at all. I didn't even know anything about the next round or anything like that. Not even a little bit. So
Yeah, I had kind of been following the rounds a little bit, but I knew that either way, I think Bryce, you're the other one in that bracket, right?
Yes.
But either way, it's going to be the matches are only going to get harder from here. So,
right,
it didn't affect how I played.
Yeah,
you
I
both
feel
played
like
phenomenally.
one thing for sure is that I got to get that Cosmic Ghost Rider out of there for
Listen, I kept telling you to draft him, dude. It could have turned the tide.
The only reason he was there is because I didn't really adjust the deck much from like Gladiator Circuit. So I did a quick scan over, and he must have slipped through the cracks. Unfortunately,
he's hard to see with that camouflage helmet he has. It's really easy to miss him.
The bright orange icon is really
dude.
It's tough to see.
The neon blue as well. It's very hard to pick up.
Yeah, it's only the most trained of eyes can see it. One thing that I found myself saying multiple times was the outrageously high skill you both were showing, but also the absolute ice water in your veins. If being able to see your matches side by side, you both multiple times made these decisions to just stay calm. The only one I can remember, because it was the latest one, was Mike letting Misty bleed out, Neuro out.
Oh yeah.
What, if you don't mind, because I really don't know how to fight her.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to do that? What were you thinking there?
All right. So do you see about 15 seconds prior when she threw her special wand and she was unblockable?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Okay.
One and done.
So that was
a good answer.
That was truly an
good answer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unblockable. I'm used to just taking hits to the face when that happens, but so I see.
If you want me to elaborate a little bit further though, in all seriousness though, I knew that Sim hadn't finished his match yet. I was at 100% health.
Yeah.
And I knew that he probably was not. I forget who my defender was, but I tried to pick defenders who were going to initiate a little bit of block damage. So I knew that was one of those scenarios. So I knew that he wasn't at 100% health. So even if he finishes 1 or 2 seconds before me, I felt like instead of going for 1 or 2 more heavies, I felt like just letting her bleed out was the safer way to go about it.
It was, and I think all three of us screamed into our microphones as that one rang down, as we did for almost every single game you guys had.
So Sim, you actually had a match against Thing, and you had Hitmonkey and Kingpin available to you, and we saw you moving back and forth between Hitmonkey or Kingpin, whether or not which one to use, and you ultimately chose Kingpin. What was the reason behind that?
My Kingpin is rank 4, and my Hitmonkey is not. Is really what it came down to.
Okay, was it comfort as well?
Yeah. I mean, I know how to play them both. I made a mistake early on in that match by putting the degen on him, which completely screwed my rock stack calculations.
Yeah.
But I was able to recover at least. But yeah, I didn't know what sig his thing was, so I didn't know how much protection was going to come into play too. But I figured, just R4. At least if I didn't get the fight done really quickly, I was pretty sure I could finish with close to full health.
So this isn't so much a question; it's just a comment, and it leads into a question. We're getting it from the chat itself. Mike, it's directed to you. I think this was pretty early on in the matchup. You took a Hulkling with Mr. Negative, and all of us were like, "Oh, this is a really brutal fight." Like that. I've tried to do it myself, and it didn't go well. Have you done that before? Were you just thinking on the fly there? That was really impressive.
Well, thank you, first of all. I have done it before. The first time that I did it, I was thinking on the fly.
Yeah.
But I know that it's possible, So during that match, I see Sim has Sim. Can you click my champions? I'm watching Vega stream right now.
Which part?
Just see underneath the eye, next to the pig.
Oh, underneath the eye. Okay. There we go.
Stream is 1 second delayed, so give me 1 second.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so it's all good. So if you look at my other champions here, all right, okay. So I had Overseer, who's not going to work, right? Electro, not going to work. Piggy, I was eyeing his Mephisto, right?
Yeah.
And then I had Doom, who's not a good option. And people use Doom all the time, and people die with Doom. It's not a good option. So I had Negative, who I knew I can get through the fight with. I had Doom on defense. So my thought process was, hey, maybe he'll get hit with the special 2 and die. And that is what happened because Doom does that. You know?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even like, it's one of the things where so many times where, when I'm fighting a Doom, when I'm fighting those champions with like those big beam specials, the game just kind of lags out for a second sometimes, and I'm running MD 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
So if he goes for a special 1, he has to dex the special 1, he has to go in and hit him. Doom's probably going to get to a special 2 if he has to play aggressive, right? Because you got to get through it fast. And then he's going to throw an unblockable special 2. So I said to myself, I know I can get through Hulkling with Negative, and as long as I get through it, I have it. If Doom comes through and punishes him a little bit, then I'm going to be good to go. And then during the fight, I heard some say like, "Oh, I got hit with the special 2." I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna play it safe, and I'm just gonna go through it slow." And just I timed it out, and I made sure that I would get him down at the end, and I think I got him down with 1 second to spare.
That's amazing, the whole thing, and the fact that you remember, especially given how early it was in this matchup. I see some of the subscriber alerts on Simula's stream. Let's keep that going. Remember, his channel and Mike's are linked in the description of this stream and in the pinned comment. Go support both of them for putting on a phenomenal show. You see how smart and skilled they are at this game. That's in all of their videos. Simula, I have another question for you here now. Does the confidence from all of this, because you're obviously a confident player, you entered this confident. What's your outlook now as you head into the knockout stage? I mean, is there anything that shakes you now?
I mean, I think if I am fortunate enough to keep going, I mean, I'll probably get a little bit more nervous as it goes on, but I mean, just got to take it one round at a time now.
Yeah.
So
you are the
try and continue to play the best that I can, and if I win, that's great. If not, that's fine too.
You are like the perfect Coach Tomlin player right now.
The standard is the standard, Vega.
I'm gonna take it one matchup at a time. Gonna give it 110%. I love it.
I'm also gonna start Kenny Pickett in the next round.
I absolutely love it. This was the battle of the bearded beanies. Yeah, you guys put on an amazing show. Do you guys have any questions for each other?
Not really. We were talking the entire time. And the only one thing I would have asked you was like, what the hell were you doing putting that torch on defense? But we talked about that.
Yeah.
It was not intended. I was in my head. I was like, okay, well, yeah. It was a bad mistake, and I was trying to cover it up as soon as you asked about it. I was like, well, I guess there's no getting around this one. So.
That's amazing. All right.
In my head, like maybe I had thought for a moment that you were gonna do the same for some reason, and then you would only have 2 mystics left. But I don't know. It was just a huge brain fart on my part. So
I'm familiar with the brain farts in this tournament. That's pretty much been my corner. Bryce and Yusafa, I've been doing a lot of the question action. Did either of you have anything you want to ask these two gentlemen before we let them get on with their evening?
Yeah, I did have a quick one in that last round, choosing to go with Ham over Kingpin. I just wanted to know what the thought process there was, because if you use a specific rotation with Kingpin, I think that, it's another really quick fight, whereas Ham, you're struggling with AI, but you handled it absolutely perfectly. Did you feel like super confident going into that fight with Ham that you'd be able to knock it down that quick?
So I knew that I would be able to get the fight done either way. And I didn't know how much or how well Mike knew how to play Ultron, but he had class advantage, so I didn't want to put myself kind of at like a 20% disadvantage there. Doing APOC with a skill champ, and he has a tech for APOC. So my APOC is rank 4, his is rank 3. So I figured that if I could, get a few good dexes off on the specials, that Spider-Ham would be much faster than Kingpin. So that's why I went with
I think that's a good call. And it was so impressive seeing you dex those special 2s and using the assisted evade to counter his specials constantly in that Spider-Ham fight as well. Like I wouldn't do that. I would eat that straight to the face and lost that round immediately.
I'm just glad he cooperated.
Yeah.
So my, I guess my last question is for Mike. So we were also commenting how wonderful you were at using Hercules. There was there was one fight that that you got up to 12 missions, within the first like 20 seconds using those intercept chains.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. So my question is, can you adopt me?
Yeah. I mean, I probably could. It's probably going to take a little bit for like legal reasons to go through, but I don't really see any reason why I couldn't.
There you go.
I did not see that question coming based on that lead-in. That was.
I mean, congrats in advance on your new kid.
Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, like I said, it's gonna probably take a few months for it to go through, but I'm
it's just red tape, dude. You'll be fine.
Yeah, we got Clan will take care of it for it.
Supporter extraordinaire. Seriously, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in this game. Has a question for you, Mike, if you don't mind. And he's saying that heavy you landed on APOC towards in the last fight. Would it have changed the outcome if you had gone for the 5-hit combo instead of the heavy? If you remember this,
yes, it would have.
Okay,
it would have. That cost the match.
Okay,
it's not. I see him saying is that. Forgive me if that's a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. It's actually an incredibly intelligent question that you noticed that. And as soon as I threw that heavy attack, I knew that I lost. So basically, if I would have went for the 5-hit combo first, and then went for a heavy attack, I would have gotten off the cauterize, and I didn't have that. And I did 3 things to lose the match, just like the Broncos did 3 things to lose 3 goddamn games this year. In these little tiny things, it's very on brand for me at the moment. But I blocked all 3 of his special 2s.
Yeah.
Even though I could dex it easily, I do it all the time. I was just playing it very, very safe, right? The match came up to between 99 points, 109 points.
So it was 99 points.
I blocked 3 special 2s full out, right? And I'm not 100% sure of the math, but I would imagine that dexing one of those would come out to about 100 points, right?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Carry the 4 and
The second thing that I did to lose that match was, like you said, throwing that heavy attack early, so I had all of the degens fall off, and I had to go for special 2 with only 2 or 3 degens, which wasn't much. I might as well just not have even thrown it at that point. And then the third thing that I did was dance with him a little bit when he had 10% health at the end. When I had a special 1, instead of going 5-hit combo, a special 1 5-hit combo with the guaranteed crits would have ended the fight. So I played it way too safe, and I made a mistake with the heavy attack. So any of those 3 things would have changed the outcome, but at the end of the day, hindsight's 20/20. Doesn't matter that much. It's all good. And yeah. Really good question.
In the moment, it's very easy to... Where you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was really surprised at the end when you said that you were blocking the special 2s, because I know you know how to do it. I was like, what? I was trying to figure out, like envision in my head what you were trying to gain by doing that.
Yeah.
And then you said you were trying to heavy counter.
I mean, like I said earlier on when we were on call, my phone was getting pretty hot, so I didn't want to chance that, because sometimes when my phone just go hot, it starts to slow down a little bit, and if that happens, I get hit by an entire special 2. I get a concussion on me. I get whatever on me, whatever, or if he's throwing a special 1, whatever he's throwing, that's just going to be it, eating a special 2. So I figured that you were using ham. I figured that you were going to be taking more block damage than I would with Ultron's SIG ability. And depending on RNG, I put it up to the RNG of if he threw the special attacks or not, So if he was stingy, then that would have been fine. And I kind of played it just a little bit too conservative there at the end. Like I said, hindsight's 20/20, but going at it again, it's easy to say, I would have been more aggressive. I would have dexed the specials instead, but I didn't, So yeah.
They were both phenomenal fights, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to see the playback. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
And listening to all 4 of you talk, I feel like you guys are playing chess and I'm playing tiddlywinks and chasing my own tail. This is incredible.
I don't think that's true.
Any other questions and thank you both of you for staying on as long as you have. I know I should get going, but I want to let everyone kind of have one last shot at a question or 2 if they have.
I think I'm all good. I just wanted to say that y'all both crushed it. So that was a hell of a match to watch.
Thanks, man. I mean, it's amazing what you can do on in Battlegrounds if you don't have Steve barking in your ear about Nova the entire time.
Yeah, and I just want to say again, thank you too for your both completely gracious towards one another. Both wonderful people. I love watching both y'all's streams and videos. You are such a benefit to this community, and as well as Vega. Vega, again, thank you for putting together this tournament. It's the most fun I've had in a long time, too.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Thanks, Vega.
Yeah. Huge ups to Vega.
Well, without all four of you and the other 31 contestants, this doesn't happen. You guys are the ones putting on the show. So thank you for doing it. Thanks for giving up your Friday evenings like you're doing tonight and coordinating and the whole thing. And I'll sign us out by saying, Simula, I have a war video coming out tomorrow. The thumbnail will say for Simula on it. Thank you.
Nice. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Seriously, this is I have not had this much fun in this game ever, and I've had a lot of fun in this game.
This has been awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
We're just getting started. Knockout stage next. Both Karate Mike and Simula in there. Make sure you subscribe to their channels and check out the channels of Bryce and Yusafa, who are on call with me tonight, too. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.